Welcome once again to your favorite secret underground radio broadcast, the HeliosBlog. Today, HasanAbi is going to react to trust fund kids and minimum wage workers. Let's see how this one goes.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
All right.
That's crazy to me, dog. You can't be doing that. Putting up trust fund kids and minimum wage workers, that's crazy.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Manuela.
I'm Lee J.
Hi, I'm Kashara.
Hi, I'm Kai.
What's the topic of the day?
Trust fund versus minimum wage.
Versus, huh?
Oh, versus.
Versus, against.
We're talking about what people don't want to talk about. Money!
I have a trust fund.
Definitely don't have a trust fund.
Ah, very lucky, yes.
So I'm representing the lower wage people.
Did you grow up with a trust fund?
I was born the last child of a wealthy, large family.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of.
Ah, look at this. You can see trust fund versus minimum wage. What's the difference, guys? Can you see it, guys? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Are you two nervous?
A little.
Yeah, a little bit.
You want to start out with a shot?
Sure.
Sure.
Cheers.
Okay. How much is in your bank account?
Probably $80.
Then she cringes. Okay. Lovely. Perfect.
Oh, dude, come on.
I'd be freaking out. Sorry.
It's okay.
No, she's freaking out too, but how much does she have? Don't say it.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
know how much she has.
How much is in your bank account?
I want to say about $1,000?
$3,000?
That's not bad. I know a lot of people who are in the negative, so 3,000 is not like.
Oh, I'm in the negative.
Oh.
I just pretend like I'm not.
Student debt or.
Yeah, and credit
all
cards and
that,
stuff, yeah.
Ah, perfect. Yes, excellent.
Do you find that affects your daily life?
Kind of.
Yeah.
But
What do you mean, kind of? Of course it affects your daily life. What do you mean? When you're like thousands of dollars in debt, you think it doesn't affect your daily life? That's nuts, guys.
I'm so used to it at this point. I have what I need.
Okay.
So.
That's good.
Oh my god. It's like thinly veiled disrespect is what I'm seeing here.
Okay, let's see. How much money are you worth?
Honestly, I'm not completely sure. I'm gonna guess 750K to $1 million.
Okay.
Just shy of $1 million.
How did you come into it?
3 years ago when my grandfather passed is when I got the actual trust.
Knowing that you were coming into that money, do you think it affected your behavior?
It's part of the reason I ended up.
It's part of the reason why I have two different hair colors and the big glasses and multiple piercings and multiple tattoos and so on. I'm pretending to be a hippie, but I'm actually rich, so I'm better than you. I'm that boho, stylish hippie that's better than everyone. Yeah, okay.
Moving to Seattle, I knew that there wasn't as much of a risk moving here because I knew I would always have that that cushion to fall back on.
Right, I moved away from my friends and family so that I could bang around with chads, and I have $750,000, so I don't have to worry about anything. Lovely! You know? God, anyway.
How much money are you worth?
This is starting off very wrong.
Is it?
That's crazy. How are you going to be a trust fund kid on the show and then not say it?
Starting very wrong. Well, after hearing she has like $30 in her bank account, what are you going to drop? Like 2 million, 3 million?
On, dude. That's the good shit. That's the juicy shit.
That large of a number?
It's tied up in assets, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, because obviously an accountant is is responsible for it, right? So the idea is you use your money to make money and you spend other people's money at a low interest rate, right? And the stuff that you have that's generating money pays for the interest and makes money on top. So it's like double dipping in your wealth effectively.
So I'm not entirely sure of a number. So
okay.
Cheers.
Stop
Cheers.
the cop.
I'm getting particularly bad vibes from her.
What are your stereotypes of people working for minimum wage? Be honest.
Mostly, I just think that like
They're lazy.
people's worlds revolve around work.
I would say for me, I don't make a lot of money, but I definitely still prioritize my free time. Like, I'm happy every day. You know what I mean? But it would be nicer.
Yeah, look how defensive. Oh man, this is rough. Yeah, I'm feeling the subtle, the thinly veiled superiority here.
To have a lot more money.
Mostly that it's high school kids. That was the biggest stereotype that I was shocked by when I actually started working minimum wage jobs.
That it's not just high school kids.
Yeah, that it's actually people just making ends meet.
So you said you grew up wealthy, but you work minimum wage.
Yeah.
Has something happened?
A lot of things happened. Immigrating to the United States through mainline channels is extremely expensive.
Yes. My family has immigrated here illegally, so it's like a different side that I'd never thought.
Where did she immigrate from? Where did she?
I wonder what country she's immigrated from. She looks vaguely. She could be Mediterranean or she could be South American. I'm not sure.
She immigrate from? You need to tell me right. I need to know. Dude, chatters are so funny. You said German. This is in Argentina in like the 50s. Okay. No, we're talking. If she immigrated here through mainline channels, like it could be Venezuela, it could be South Africa. Like her age range is not fucking Germany. Okay. Her father is not a nuclear scientist. She's not old enough for it to be Germany. But she doesn't look South African, so
I was gonna say she doesn't have an accent, but the kids of immigrants, they tend to lose their accents, so
I don't know.
Thought of before?
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, from where?
Mexico.
Oh, cool. I'm from Venezuela.
Oh no.
Ah, there you go. He called it. Nice. Yeah, I said South America, didn't I?
Oh shit! She immigrated here from Venezuela and has a lot of money.
Okay, so if she did, then what? She's the kid of oil baron or something. That's what Venezuela has a lot of. They have a lot of natural resources, as far as I know. Like they have a lot of oil. Country is sketchy as all hell, but you know, you would move your kids away to be safe from that, right?
Oh shit! Sus. Oil money for sure. No, probably like the I don't know. No, not oil money, and no, not slave owners. What the fuck? Not everything is Cuba, okay? What are you talking about? What slave owners? No. Capital flight from Venezuela will either come from politics, okay, or like your agriculture, chamber of commerce.
Oh, okay, so she's a higher politician's kid. It's interesting, though, that she has no accent at all. So maybe she was born in the United States on purpose and then raised in the United States, and then they moved back because they had to or something.
Maybe you own a media company, or, I mean, your dad, obviously. Maybe your dad owns a media company. Maybe your dad owns a grocery store chain. You know what I mean? These are where a lot of the Venezuelans that are able to escape Venezuela and have a trust fund in America, that's where they're going to come from. The other Venezuelans that come into the country are fucking dirt poor, broke as fuck, don't have any prospects in Venezuela due to, you know, what America has done to Venezuela. They'll still be like anti-Maduro, obviously, understandably, but
sorry, I'm not an expert in this realm here. All that I've heard about Venezuela is that it's, you know, very sketchy, and political situation is garbage, and they have a lot of natural resources that used to, and as a result of that, the country used to be pretty rich, but it's recently fallen huge, and the currency is hyperinflated, and most people are suffering. That's all that I know.
Yeah, she said her wealth is tied up in assets, but it's you know, let's see what happens.
I know I look like a white lady.
I do too. Don't worry.
Do you hate the rich?
The issue comes into play when it's nepotism and when I feel like it's given to them and it's bought. So don't eat the rich, but just nibble them a little bit.
Nibble.
You think she is American trust fund kid or a lot less? A Venezuelan trust fund kid? Pfft, dude, listen, I think a lot of American trust fund babies don't understand there's some real money, okay?
That's right, exactly. Because of the way that capitalism works, it's very possible for someone from Venezuela to be a multimillionaire or, 100 millionaire. It's possible. It's just a very, very small percentage of the population, right? It wouldn't because the wealth gets concentrated up, right?
You rob a couple banks, you're going to be rich. You rob an entire nation, you're going to be fucking unimaginably rich,
that's
okay?
right, exactly.
That's why the richest people are not on the fucking Fortune 500 list. The richest people are, Erdogan's family, Vladimir Putin's family. Those are the motherfuckers that are rich, okay? Like, Saudis too, but like, there's a difference between people who made a lot of money, or they had like, they were able to sit on a patent or something early on and made hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever. And then there's people who have robbed the government coffers in a fucking developing nation. Those people's assets are deliberately hidden. They are not on the Fortune 500 list.
Right, exactly. Because they were gotten illegally. Or whatever, semi-legally. And, yeah. But that's right.
For a good reason. The reason is they are richer than God. Erdogan. Or in certain African nations, you have leadership that are put up, maybe not to that same degree, but are like incredibly fucking wealthy. Marco's family, yes. Oftentimes, yes, exactly. Oftentimes, people who are victims, people who are in the leadership position in like a client state, or are victims of colonial violence, and then take advantage of the
chaos is a ladder, and they use it to steal and get rich, effectively.
Development early on, and align as like a leadership role with Western bankers. Those are the guys who fucking are rich.
Have a little bit. That's so fair, yeah.
Hi, my name is Randy. I'm one of the producers here at Cut. This game has over...
Nope, skipping that.
You're gone without a meal because you couldn't afford it.
No.
You can tell, right? Can you tell?
As you can tell, I'm a chunky bitch. You
She's
can
awesome.
make a pretty good meal out of dollar store stuff.
Resourceful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I grew up with like
love
a
her.
single mom and like a bunch of siblings, and we'd have no money, so we'd be
She's like, I'm 5'3" and I love fudge rounds.
sitting in our car, or we'd be in houses with like no.
Look at this girl. Like, she's like revealed her tattoo, and she's like so like hippie, like cool and better than you. Yeah. Anyway, sorry guys.
Water, no electricity. I remember there was a time where we had to like take empty jugs of water to like the park to like fill them. Yeah, it was so embarrassing.
I don't think it's something to be embarrassed about. It's just like that is like the reality, unfortunately, for a lot of people. And
Oh, virtue signaling too. Wow.
glad you made it through and you're doing better now.
Yeah, same.
So where does your family's wealth come from?
So my parents both grew up in Brazil, not well off at all. So my dad always knew that he wanted to leave Brazil. He's like, dream the US. And he is like so smart. It's crazy. And he
Bro, what's
just
going
works
on?
really hard. went to school, paid for himself, got a job. He's an engineer, so that's what brought us over here to the US. He works for
Well, there's... Oh, okay. He works for Microsoft in a high position, probably.
Microsoft now.
To make
That's
such
why
money.
he's here.
Where does your family's
Okay, that's different. No, you guys are crazy. You don't have to immediately assume that someone, just because someone has a trust fund doesn't mean that they're immediately fucking. I think there's a difference. It's more so brain drain, more likely.
There's clearly one person here that's such, like, you can tell, right, who is the entitled hippie, right, and who the other two are. The other two are probably fine.
Come on, dude. Everybody's like slave owner. Get the fuck out of here. Anyone else notice how white these people are from Latin America who are rich? Yeah. It's really interesting. It's really interesting how that happened. But like, hers is also only 750K. Yeah, okay. There you go. I feel like no matter what the trust fund kids say, it's going to be cringe lol. Yeah.
He just ran on a treadmill really hard and got rich. Funny comment.
When she said Brazil, I perked up too. But also, it's different. It's different if she's like from Brazil, and then her father is a fucking engineer that came to America and is just like a rich, like a really, really rich person that made a lot of fucking money. That one's a little different.
wealth come from?
Especially because, like,
that girl is cringing asking the question because she doesn't want to hear the answer, but she's going to hear it anyway.
There's a difference between Brazil and Venezuela in terms of, like, who gets to come here and how they get here. If you're coming here from Brazil, you still need to be, like, relatively, I mean, you still need to be from, like, a relatively wealthy, relatively affluent family. It's like Turkey, you know what I mean? Not easy to come here from Turkey because you won the fucking visa lottery, right? You still, that's why, same with China, same with any fucking country, same with Nigeria. When you come to the United States of America from a country that is developing, you, in most circumstances, are coming from a relatively affluent country or relatively affluent background.
Right, exactly. Immigration is not cheap. So you have to be, like, the point is, how did America get where it is? Off the backs of people. And which people? Well, immigrants, of course. So how do you make the immigrants good? You put a barrier to entry, right?
With respect to the rest of the country's economic situation. But Venezuela is a little bit different. Cuba is a little bit different. When there is like an additional layer of politics involved, if it's a country that is a foreign adversary, then it's a little bit different. It's not like, that's why there's a difference between like someone coming from Brazil versus someone coming from Venezuela. Especially if it's a hyper rich person coming from Venezuela.
On my father's side, it was generational. His whole family was very wealthy and they were involved in government back home.
Ah, look, he was right again. Wow.
Generational wealth, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
What'd she say?
I wouldn't know.
Wealth come from?
On my father's side, it was generational. His whole family was very wealthy and they were involved in government back home. Generational wealth, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Okay. What stereotypes do you have of people with trust funds? And do I fit those stereotypes?
You know what? No, you don't fit them. My stereotype
Eric,
would
she
probably be
seems
like
chill.
snobby or kind of like off, you know, just kind of like rude. Like you have manners, your parents raise you right. I think that's what parents should.
She seems chill. Like, I don't think she's
Yeah, she's just lucky, right? Yeah.
like,
They should set up their kids to have a stable life. You broke that stereotype, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
The way the media like predict or depicts people with trust funds is like they don't have a desire to really like work or do anything.
She doesn't seem to have that desire to me either, but okay.
You know, productive with their lives. But
Yeah.
I don't know. You didn't grow up with like as much wealth as you.
Maduro knees? Brother, you think America would allow Maduro's relatives to live in America? What the fuck? Unless they're like, they're being propped up to be like to oust Maduro and like seize control of the Venezuelan government or some shit. Like, there's no way. Yes, I do actually.
I don't even know.
Yeah, there's no. If it was, no, it's more likely that they were from the former government.
Job now, so
Yeah.
do you have like, I guess like career goals or? Just,
I was working. I actually quit my job on Friday.
Ah, funny, haha. Yeah, so funny. Yeah, like most people can't do it, but I can, so I'll do it.
Oh, what was your job?
Y'all only know like 5 Latino politicians, and that Nazis went there in the 50s. Worst takes. Yeah, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's like that.
Sorry, guys, I'm not familiar in this realm at all. It's really not my area of expertise.
She could even be a social democrat. What was the guy who was against? Who was the social democrat that's like anti-Maduro in Venezuela? No, it wasn't Guaido. The guy before Guaido. The guy that selected Guaido. I live in Miami by Doral, and Chavez's family lives here. Even Fidel's family, some live here. Damn.
They could probably come under a fake name or whatever. A fake identity. But really, they're related. It's possible.
Capriles, I think.
I worked in advertising, and I quit it partially because of the trust, because I was like,
no,
I'm not going to end up homeless.
That's kind of also like a stereotype, is like being able to quit your job like that. Because I could never.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was.
I know.
It was this guy, the hot guy, Leopoldo Lopez. This is what I was thinking of.
Yeah, but probably not her father, right? Because, I mean, you can see by how he looks, like the daughter would be a bit more, what's the word, melanated? Like, shouldn't be so white, right? So it's probably not him. I mean, I guess it's possible, but it would be more rare.
Ethan wants to call you. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Is he hammered? I'm worried. Ethan is trying to call you. I don't know how he's trying to call.
That ain't a stereotype, it's an economic reality.
For having money.
A lot, all the time. Yeah. I just feel guilty about not being more conscious about what it meant to have that economic status.
That's, what's it called? Entitlement? No, sorry, virtue signaling. Yep, again. Big surprise.
I was very young, and that brings a lot of guilt into my mind.
In what ways are you responsible for your financial situation?
Now you fuck no. There ain't no goddamn way I'm doing that.
Like, raised having to struggle. I didn't learn how to save until I was in my 20s. I'm learning on my own as I get older, like how to invest, how to save, how to do this 401k. I don't know what that was until like this year.
In what ways are you responsible for your financial situation?
Oh, jeez.
I like that Dan stopped him from calling me drunk, but he didn't stop him from buzzing his fucking head. That's crazy. That is crazy. He looks wild, dude. Dan was like, no, definitely shave your head, though.
Disaster.
That makes me think of just how I've contributed to some of my financial
Dan shaved
problems.
it? Oh, my Lord.
I feel like I have a lot because I've had mental health problems, and it's taken me a lot to go through.
Yep, deflect.
Working regular jobs.
This is not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because none of the trust fund kids are like being objectively annoying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They're just virtue signaling.
I thought that they would be like way more fucking annoying, but they're being like very really hard.
Fucking made me want to kill myself. I've gotten to a point now where I'm like, I'm actually doing something that makes me happy. It might be paying me significantly less, but the mental clarity that I have overrides any need for more money.
Yeah, okay. This went dark. Yeah, it's a shame, you know. Anyway.
I think I need to take another.
How do you see that and not think that this system that is designed to create these outcomes is not an inherently violent one? You know what I mean?
Just because all systems are inherently violent. That's why. So it's like, okay, break this one and find me a better one. And
just a bootstrap situation for her, I guess, right? If you're a defender of the current structure.
Another shot.
Order.
Yeah. I got you, girl. I got you, girl. We're here. We're right here. Cheers.
Cheers.
To mental health.
To mental health.
Okay.
yeah, it's a lot easier to not have problems when, you know, you don't have to worry about something every single minute of every day, right? Okay. Let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all for notifications. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom M, and Bobby. Oh, and actually, we have a new purchaser of Strategist Guide to Seduction. Let me add him to the list. Shoutouts to Dylan H. So I'm just gonna add him here. One second. Thank you, Dylan. Most recent purchaser of Strategist's Guide to Seduction. So that's wonderful. Bought it just today, actually. So, oh no, 2 days ago. But anyway, thanks so much. All right. If you're interested in buying my books, it's at bit.ly/heliosbooks. If you are interested in coaching, just email me. Drop me an email at theheliosblog@gmail.com. We'll slot you right in. And yeah, thank you so much for listening, guys, especially if you listen to the end. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.